17, first time I went out, yeah. I wasn't amplified in those days. I spent years busking without. It's just me and the guitar, and I knew about 5 songs then, I think. Just play them round and round. But it was in quite a busy sort of spot, so nobody noticed. Where I started basically was the place and the time was very different. A lot of tension, you know. Got my head kicked in Newbury just for having long hair, you know. And Newbury as well is a very different, you know, sort of southeast Tory dormitory town sort of thing, you know, a lot of wealth. With Thatcher and the employment situation as well, there was this thing of why aren't you doing a proper job? Why don't you, you know, why bloody scrounging, begging? The police were very hostile. Yeah, you were, yeah. You just had to leg it when you saw the police because they would not tolerate it. Yeah, the police used to say, if I see you begging on the street again, I'll run you in. Yeah, it's a different vibe, definitely. I love it, loving Cornwall. They're very different in St Ives, the attitude. That goes back to the 60s there, that they had a real hippie invasion. I don't know if you've heard of Donovan, but he was like an old folky 60s guy. He was quite famous back then, and he set up camp in St Ives, and it became a mecca for hippies. There's a bit of black and white film of him from the 60s playing on St Ives Beach. I've definitely got a less fragile ego nowadays and a thicker skin than I used to have. But yeah, when somebody's shitty to you. But for every person that I've had that scowls at you, I've had thousands of smiles. I do sometimes think I'm really lucky to be able to do this, you know, that you do get people say, you know, you cheered me up, you brightened up my day, it's a great thing. I was in Holland once, there was this song, Sylvia, a Bob Dylan song. Learning a Bob Dylan song is like memorising a short story, you know, there's so many words and verses, and there was this Dylan song that I remembered hearing somebody else do, and I really liked it. And but all of these words, I found a music shop where they had the Bob Dylan songbook. I didn't have the money to buy it, but I just sat there in the shop, like just going through that. The guy's looking at me, reading through, trying to memorise all of that, and it took me a few trips. All I wanted to do was play music. I left school with nothing really, and yeah, I just well, it was a friend of mine who encouraged me to actually. The first band I was in, the singer from that used to busk, and he just said, you know, go on, give it a go. Why not give it a try? And yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking the first time, but yeah, at 17 I discovered that I could make enough to eat, drink and smoke for a day, you know, just from going out, and it was like, way, great, I don't need to worry about anything else. Yeah. And the terrible truth is that that's sort of pretty much been the course of my life. It's terrible. I do get gigs, yeah, and the gigs I get are generally through busking. I'm hopeless at going out and knocking on people's doors and going, give us a gig. I'm really, I just don't have the neck for that. You've got to be, and you have to put so much work into that as well, like Liam Jordan. The people I know that play all the time spend all day, every day, hassling people, you know. The other thing is, of course, I haven't even got a smartphone, so let alone the internet. And so much of it is done through that. So I do the gigs that I get asked to do when I'm busking, really. But yeah, I do get a few, but busking definitely in the summer is my main income, and I'm never going to make a fortune, but I've never gone hungry either for it, you know. And there have been so many times when literally that's been survival for me. With no footprint, a rose with no thorn, Then he